What's up, everyone? This is DYANAROZAY. Welcome to my channel. Y'all saw the thumbnail, so you know exactly why you're here. I bring a unique commentary to your favorite reality TV shows and whatever is popping on social media. Before we get started, though, please hit that like, that subscribe, and that notification bell because that is how others find me. Follow me on Instagram at DYANAROZAY and follow me on Facebook at DYANAROZAY Real Talk. That's a private group. So you will have to answer some questions to get in there. But outside of that, it's a good time. We do real talk over there on all things Black excellence, reality TV, news, pop culture, you name it. We talk about it. Also, I want to tell you that my Instagram stories are a whole vibe. So make sure you are checking those out when you follow me over there. And what else? Y'all already know. I appreciate every single one of you for rocking with me. So let's get started on these stories right here. Okay, starting with the Gabadias and Dennis McKinley. So, y'all remember this picture because it literally rocked the internet, the entire internet. All of social media was gasping for air when this picture showed up on Porsha Williams' IG page. Okay, Porsha, it was at the time with Fallon Pina's man. Y'all remember Fallon? Let me put a picture up of Fallon real quick. Here's Fallon. Check it out. Fallon and Simon were married, right? And then we had just seen on RHOA just a couple of months before Porsha hanging out in a pool at Fallon and Simon's house. And things seem good. Apparently, Fallon was brought on as a friend of the show. All of that has been debunked since then. But all the same, people were really rooting for Dennis and Simon to get back together. And then we saw this picture and literally just like hands on the face, mouth open, like what is going on, Porsha? Anyway, she ended up letting us know that she was engaged. She had that big old rock on her finger with her hand over Simon's chest. And then Dennis was standing over to the side looking just a little bit like a simp. Okay. People didn't understand it. We were confused. But yeah, she was letting everybody know that these two had an opportunity to be on TV and pretend like all was well when that truly was not the case. And we ended up seeing that with our own peepers. They all had went to Mexico on a show called Porsha's Family Matters. They all went to Mexico and Porsha tried to take Dennis' head smooth off of his shoulders. And then she asked for the federales to take Dennis on down to the jailhouse. Okay. And she also tried to rock Dennis's mama. It was bad. It was bad. And a lot of people had a lot of opinions about Simon and Porsha, Simon not being able to come back to Bravo, which again has been debunked. Portia's definitely coming back. And yeah, people were trying to figure out how Dennis and Porsha were doing because y'all remember the last scene where Porsha said, Dennis asked Porsha, "Where's my baby living? You done moved my baby, and now you're not going to tell me where you are? I will sue you." Okay. Yeah, all of that went on. But Porsha ended up mending fences with her beautiful sister. And I watched both of their stories and IG, and I'm so happy that I don't like when sisters have those kind of arguments, but her and her sister are doing way better, like they are besties. And Porsha told everybody that her and Dennis were doing great too. She was recently interviewed on Watch What Happens Live, and she was asked about Dennis, and this is what she had to say. She said, "It's going great. It really is." She said, "We live near each other, and our relationship is good." So if Portia's relationship is good, you would just assume that his relationship with Simon is good because that's where that baby stay, right? But child, Dennis decided to shake the damn table yesterday when he posted this picture of Fallon on his page, on his IG page. He has hired her as a model for his brand. You see that in the middle there. And at the top is the name of the brand and also Dennis's handle on IG. But yeah, isn't that just a little too much? Because we know Dennis said you could definitely hire anybody. You and Porsha aren't together anymore. But when things are good, you don't rock the boat with your baby mama, period. Y'all can let me know what y'all think about it in the comments, okay? And why this person of all people? There are plenty of beautiful women in the Atlanta area that would have been happy to take the gig. I don't know. It just feels just a little shady. Y'all can let me know what y'all think about it in the comments, okay? But since we are talking about Fallon, let's talk about this story right here that I saw on the Shade Room, child. Uh, y'all know that Fallon and her baby daddy, Jalen Banks, the one she had left Simon for, the one that she was very pregnant, very, very pregnant before her and Simon were officially divorced. Okay. That one, yes. These two have been having a hard time. They broke up 6 months ago. They have been on a few TV shows and things, but now they are talking about each other and in the worst way. Jalen recently did an interview where he said he felt like he was groomed. Okay, I showed y'all that picture already, but he said he felt like he was groomed. Fallon came out and basically said, okay, I'm the groomer if that's how you want it to be. But he did retract that. He did retract it. Um, what else has been said? He called her a narcissist. He said that he feared for his daughter being in her care. And yeah, check that out. TSR, the Shade Room, has exclusively reported that Jalen has filed for full custody of the 1-year-old daughter that he shares with Fallon. And y'all can let me know what y'all think about that in the comments. Fallon recently said, and this could have been in, rebuttal to this filing because people have just found out. But when she got on a platform recently and said that he had put his hands on her, and this was after they broken up, like, he's still putting his hands on me after we broke up. I was like, what in the nonsense madness is this? It was just disturbing all the same, but they are definitely throwing, at each other right now to see what sticks. And it looks like Jalen may be looking for, a little more than just custody. If you guys remember, even though Fallon and Simon they don't share kids together. Simon did say he was not paying her any type of alimony or support. And he continued with, Fallon has money. She sits on a grip. So all of that being the case, do you think that maybe he's looking for a money grab, or do you think that he really has some concerns? According to the Shade Room, let me read this real quick. According to the Shade Room, they said, oops, sorry about that. Don't know why I didn't have that pulled up. But they said that Jalen said he doesn't feel as though Fallon is in the right mental space for their child right now. And then he went on to say that he's praying for her. Mm, mm. Y'all let me know what y'all think about all of that in the comments. Now let's move on to Sheree Martell because these two are a complete and total hoot. So there is all kinds of stories that has been floating around about these two not getting along. They have both appeared on each other's shows for the same number of times, I believe, if I'm not mistaken, like the same number of phone calls, and same number of physical appearances within the same show, I think. We'll see. Anywho, I have to say that right now these two have teamed up to basically debunk what Sanya Richards Ross said 2 episodes ago when she said that Martell gave her a call and invited her to Sheree's birthday dinner at Nobu, and then after doing so had said he wasn't paying for it. She said that on the after show. She said it caught me by surprise that Martell invited me to this dinner and then didn't pay for the dinner. And it's not that I'm a broke bitch because I could pay. It's that was our expectation since we were invited. It was supposed to be a party for you, right? And everybody has weighed in on this. Dr. Heavenly, Sheree has been windmilling all over the place. And recently she tried to windmill on Bassett. Well, she didn't windmill, but she did want to clarify some things that's completely opposite of what Sanya Ross said. So let's listen.
So I decided to, because I was already had some girlfriends saying they wanted to take me to dinner, but I can only fit so many people. So I was like, okay, I'll just do it at Nobu. So this is me planning this, putting together the day of, very last minute.
So even though Sheree kind of agreed with Sanya and saying, well, he called it, the day before because it was a last minute thing. Now it seems like she's taking full control of it, saying, I had planned it. I chose Nobu, and it was very last minute. I called these people the day of. So she's giving yet again Martell an out. So Martell, because I know they did talk about it clearly, she told him to go on over to Heavenly's IG page and get them comments and let her know what we've discussed. Because Heavenly had this to say. Let me put this up. Dr. Heavenly was trying to um, Dr. Heavenly was trying to basically advertise her financial university. She has something called Dr. Heavenly University. So she said, "Should the man pay for the birthday dinner?" with the eyeball emoji. Then she said, "I ain't talking about nobody, okay? I'm just saying, if you came to Dr. Heavenly University and learned what I know about saving money, the whole dinner could have been written off." Now, that didn't sit well with Martell, but someone got into the comments and tried to windmill for Martell, saying the big difference here is that he's not her husband or her man. Definitely thinking you're talking about Martell. So he ain't married to Sheree and he ain't even dating Sheree. Now, Martell did not clear any of that up, but what he did say was, Dr. Heavenly University, because the men you'd be dating or married to, that feels like shots fired. Okay, Dr. Heavenly, that feels like shots fired at daddy to me. But he said they ain't no Martell Hope. They better pay. They have to pay. That's all they got going. Now, I don't know if that was to child, if it was to daddy. I don't want no smoke because I think Heavenly's husband is a very attractive man. I think he's nice and I think he is worthy of a lot. Okay. It can't be toward Sanya's husband, could it? Ross better not be. Those two men could outdo Martell any day, I would think. But this is what he's saying. So y'all let me know what y'all think about that in the comments. He had more to say too. He wrote this long ass paragraph, or somebody wrote it for him, and he decided to post it. That's typically the way, right? He said, I didn't invite anyone. I wasn't the host. Interesting. He's not the host now. He said, I was invited like everyone else. I brought a gift. Those were her friend girls. Yikes. And some had their husbands and boyfriends with them. Heavenly, you said that your husband would have paid. When I was married, I paid for dinners. And when I host dinners now, I pay. It's not as if I can't pay, it's the principle. I paid for my dinner and Sheree's dinner. I said, y'all can cash at me. Here's my problem. If Martell was a guest at Sheree's dinner, how did he even put his damn credit card down? Is it because Nobu will only accept one credit card for payment? Is that it? Somebody tell me. I've been to Nobu before with people that we didn't have any problem. We just pay it and split it up and move it on. But I don't know. Maybe that's the case. Sometimes when they have big parties, they will not accept multiple credit cards. I'm giving him the benefit of the doubt here. But if that was the case too, then why didn't Sheree and Martell work it out where they just told, I don't know. Anyways, it's rotten to the core all the way around. I don't even want to make up an excuse for him at this point. But he did ask for people to cash app him, okay? And I told y'all I thought maybe he was cash poor and he put it on a credit card so that he could have a little wiggle room, you know what I'm saying? Then it went on to say that I've come to realize that extending a good gesture doesn't mean ish because the main person, Sanya, who spoke about this situation, I just paid for her and her husband's dinner when we casually met up a couple of weeks ago. So, not doing things people expect of you or want you to do brings out their true character. That was what Martell had to say about that one. Y'all can let me know what y'all think. I don't know. I still feel there was a better way for them to do that because if Martell truly shouldn't have been on the line, somebody should have said that there at the table. Period. That's crazy. Then it goes on to say, Someone said, can someone clarify whether or not Martell planned the dinner and sent the invites to everyone? After I receive that information, I can give unsolicited advice on the issue at hand. And Martell doubles down. Hell no. Martell Holt did not invite nobody. I was invited. Mm. Somebody tried to go after Dr. Heavenly and said that she always gets it wrong. She don't even know the full context of what's going on. And she responded, yes, I do. I've spoken with the people. Have you? And then put some heart eyes there like, don't come for me, okay? Tell me what y'all think. I still believe Dr. Heavenly. I believe that she knows what was going on. And I think it took them too long to get their stories, where it is right now. But they are still, riding with each other clearly. But y'all can let me know what y'all think in the comments, like you always do, okay? Now let's talk. Who do we have next? Let's talk Kenya Moore real quick. Check this out. Someone said you filmed Marlo's event, but you didn't film. Or excuse me, I think she's speaking to Bravo. So let me clarify. This person was adding Bravo, it looks like, or should have been adding Bravo by saying you filmed Marlo's event, but didn't film Kenya's opening to her hair studio. Now, after all of that went down yesterday, if y'all didn't watch yesterday's episode of RHOA, please do because you will get your life. It's absolutely the best episode of the season. But anyway, that was what was said. And then this was Kenya response. Someone else said, I am ready to see Kenya Moore's hair spa next week, assuming that it's going to be a part of the finale. Kenya said, I think it was edited out. Despite having the entire cast there, except for one, and Miss Cynthia Bailey and Claudia Jordan were there. And it was her main storyline. Kenya said she believes that it has been edited out, which, if it has, a lot of people are now asking, Kenya, is Bravo messing with you the way they were messing with NeneLeakes? Are they reducing your stories and your time on the show? Y'all remember that was a big deal last week when everybody was talking about how it was Kenya who brought it to NeneLeakes' attention. Well, Kenya shared last week on Carlos King's show that she often feels like Bravo is pushing her to the bottom, and not giving her what she believes she deserves. And now this is happening. Someone else said Kenya drew Candy not showing up at Marlo's event, yet it was aired over Kenya's salon journey. And Kenya responded, I wasn't invited, she said, I wasn't invited, but I invited to the rebrand. Okay, I'm not sure what she meant by here. I'm assuming what she was saying was she didn't show up because she wasn't invited, but everybody else was invited to the rebranding last minute storyline event, assuming that event was Marlo discussing, children who are put in foster care, which I actually liked that story. I thought it was a great story. I'm happy they kept it in. We need to see where all of these people come from. It really gives legs to who they are now and why they are, their wealth, everything. So I love those stories. But Kenya said that she was not invited. She invited everyone to hers, but Marlo didn't invite her to that one. Check it out. And she also said that she believes it's been edited out of the show. Y'all let me know what y'all think in the comments. Are they playing with Kenya? Holy crap. The other thing that is being rumored right now is that there will only be 2 episodes for the reunion. So typically they have a 3-part series for the reunion, and now they're saying RHOA may only get a 2-part reunion. So 2 episodes for them. They've always had 3. I don't think they've ever had 2. I don't know though. You guys can, maybe they may have had 2 at the beginning, but when they started doing 3, they've always had 3. So what up, yo? That's a different story. And let's talk about the last story, okay? That is Melody Sheree and Martell Holt. Baby. It is all over all of the social media platforms that these two will be back in court sometime this week. And it is the family court that presided over the divorce hearing and also most recently the child custody hearing. Okay. And people are kind of curious, what is this about? We know that the child custody hearing was closed and that they were told to continue the original order of 50-50, right? And people have been saying, is this the revenge P or something like that? We don't know because no one has shared that information. But what I can say, because I want to speculate here, I am going to, because I've been paying attention to this story. Melody recently did an interview where I forgot the name of the interview, but anyway, she was asked specifically how things were moving following what happened a few weeks ago with AC coming out and making those statements about knowing um, the revenge P stuff, right? I knew about it. Martell did ask me. That's what she said. Martell asked me to do X, Y, and Z, and I chose not to. And then she went on her IG page and tried to go after Melody. I will say that if those things happen to me, and I knew that my children were around her or anywhere near her, or that Martell was allowing her to care for them. Because y'all remember Melody was making the comment, this is how my kids like their breakfast. And she also said that you're not even allowed to spend the night when my kids are over there. That woman has no right. She shouldn't be around those kids at all. And if I had found out, got that tape, audio of all those things said, I'd be taking it right back down to the family court and saying, I want my kids out of this situation altogether. There's no way that this woman could ever have my children best interest at heart with that type of shit going on, period. No, no, no. I don't care if he is the daddy of her child and he's trying to keep this sibling relationship going. She should be nowhere around those children. That's my thoughts and feelings. And you guys can share whatever you want to think or feel in the comments. But that's pretty much it for today, you guys. I hope that you enjoyed the stories. Please hit that like, subscribe, and your notification bell. And I will check you all on the next one.